If you are someone who enjoys mystery wrapped in a sci-fi concept, Sambhavam Adhyayam Onnu, directed by Jitu Satishan Mangalathu, is easily one of the most interesting films to come out in recent times. The film revolves around a man trapped in a time loop inside a haunted forest, already a familiar concept. But what makes it stand out is how it uses that idea. Time loop stories aren't new, but this one feels surprisingly fresh, mainly because Indian cinema hardly explores this space very often. And here, the biggest strength clearly is the writing. The story is so engaging that it keeps you hooked almost entirely on its concept alone. Now, the film does take its time in the beginning. The first act takes a time to set up the world around the story and the mystery, but once it clicks into the core narrative, it becomes extremely gripping. From that point on, the film barely gives you a moment to feel bored. The tension, curiosity, and unfolding twist are handled very well, and the narrative keeps pushing you to figure things out along with the protagonist. One of the smartest choice the film makes is how it extends the time loop. Instead of going deep into a scientific jargon or complicated theories, it leans more into a mystical and cultural explanation. This makes the concept much more accessible. You don't need to overthink or decode some complex science. The film is easy to follow, and this simplicity actually works in its favor. It's the kind of movie that even a younger audience can understand without feeling lost, which is a rare in this genre. The twist deserves a special mention. They land effectively and add to the mystery rather than confusing the audience. The film knows when to reveal and when to hold back, which keeps the intrigue alive throughout. Coming to the technical side, the music does a solid job. It complements the mood of the scenes nicely, especially in the tense and eerie moment. It's not something you will necessarily remember after the end, but within the film, it works exactly as needed. The acting, however, is where things feel little uneven. While the performances are generally decent, there are moments where the emotional depth feels lacking, especially from the lead character. In scenes that demand stronger emotional weight, the impact isn't always fully there. Some of the supporting characters are also feel slightly underdeveloped, as if there was potential that wasn't fully explored. With the story so strong, a bit more emotional investment could have elevated the film even further. Another point that might divide the viewers is the ending. Film goes for an open-ended conclusion, which can feel a bit frustrating. It almost feels like it wraps up too quickly, leaving several backstories and elements unexplored. Instead of feeling like a deliberate mystery, it sometimes comes across a slight rushed one. A little more time spent on the ending could have made a big difference, but despite these flaws, the film's core idea and execution makes it a must watch. It's rare to see a film that balances mystery, accessibility, and engagement this well. It doesn't try to overly complex, yet manages to stay intriguing from start to finish. Overall, Sambhavam Adhyayam Onnu is a strong sci-fi mystery thriller that stands out mainly because of its concept and storytelling. It's simple, gripping, and widely accessible, something that viewers of almost any age group can enjoy.